Scintillating series between these two young stars. They play with pace as well. Beverly hearing boos, and Vanderbilt gets denied. Step back three, no good for Bain. Adams keeps it alive, but Russell there to flag it down. And D'Angelo Russell will go against him or Morant. Rebound knocked away by Vanderbilt. So active on the offensive glass. Here is Edwards connecting. Less buttons you'd have.
Oh, yeah, no, but this is the playoffs. It's time for ties, but Anthony Edwards steps into it, knocks down
the regular season. Edwards will fire again.
That's just an improvement in his game, and he does it off pick and roll.
Some space, that one short. Towns a second opportunity, and he
finishes.
Here's Edwards. Pulls up and hits the 2020 draft. Edwards with 7 already as Morant soars.
This is why this organization is so excited about the future of this franchise, because John Morant, this kid could very well be the future of this league.
697 when that began being tracked. Towns with a hand in his face. Worries about a bounce back from Towns as Morant follows it up and flips it.
And look, nobody boxes out the shooter. That is D'Angelo Russell.
Here's Towns. Adams guarding him. Towns rumbling in, able to finish.
Floating hook off the glass for Desmond Bain.
Anthony Edwards. Sounded like he got Jackson.
And Jackson already has a block. Oh, yeah. Well, see, this is what happens.
Russell, no look. Beverly steps into a three and hits. Deals it out. Edwards gives it up. Beverly finds run. Russell out after picking up his second. Here is Towns. Yes. Crowd trying to encourage the Grizzlies after a slow start. How about the footwork and the finish? Here's Towns on the attack. Towns barrels in.
And this is how he beats you. He's knocked down a three, and now he gets into the paint, knocks it down. That is a good call. Karl-Anthony Towns has to be careful. You want to be aggressive.
When he scores 50 points, they're at half court taking the family photo. It's a beautiful thing.
On the other end, and so the lead remains 11 as Morant brings it up into the front court. Jalen, look at him working hard in the paint.
To the basket, good for him. He'll need to be more assertive and efficient.
Karl-Anthony Towns outside working on Steven Adams. I'm not sure if this pace is exactly what we expect. From the offensive output that we get here, Jalen, as John Morant is racing it up the floor in the other direction.
Right now, as a guy with John Morant, look at the replay right here up and under the smooth layup, no doubt about it. He's
number one in the league in. That's why a lot of people have them.
Jackson, and it last hit Minnesota.
Yeah, and you talk about being number one in block alters, where he's altered the shot and made the offensive player have to think about it.
Here is Jones connecting. Here is Edwards. Into the paint, floats it up and in.
Anthony Edwards waved off the pick and roll, wanted to go one-on-one, and got what he wanted.
Now Memphis was very upset. They felt like the contact. Vanderbilt hits the floor, so did Jackson. Jackson bodies in, that's an offensive foul.
And you know it, you saw it. There was a little tussle that happened right before. But great job. That's so great to tell you the truth. We were the 1 seed when I was in San Antonio and lost to the 8 seed at the start of
Anderson!
And just out in transition, slow-mo with the lob finish. This team can get you.
Here's Jones. Little floater rolls off. He's there for the follow. Towns back into the game after a big first quarter. Towns hooks the pass, taken by Jones. Jones, the lob, Williams, the flush. It's tied.
And just this, turning that steal into an easy lob dunk again with the no-look. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie score here in Memphis with 7 to go with the first half. Make sure you have your outlets.
5 straight turnovers, and now Memphis has the lead. Russell can't answer. McDaniels, as Edwards couldn't get it to go. Morant spins away with the board, floats it down the floor. 2 more easy ones. Towns Sizing up Anderson. Remember, Jackson on the bench with 3 fouls for Memphis. Nice find. Towns to Prince.
Towns there because you limit his drive opportunities, but great job there by Taurean Prince. When we talked to Finch, he said, look, Taurean Prince brings us so much basketball IQ because he's played in some big games. He has some experience, and right there.
Edwards, the crossover acceleration.
130 pounds. And watch this crossover left to right. Switch it over to the left hand. Change your body. Split between 2 defenders twice and bring it over to his left hand.
1 to shoot. Towns lost it. Morant off the steal. Morant to the rim.
But Ja Morant, he's been the guy that's been out here using the defense steal. Has Patrick Beverley spinning around. It just goes up with the easy 2-hand flush. In and out. Of how quickly he's able to get up and change space.
Towns
Taking his time a little. See that often with high-powered offenses. They have to find ways to get more possessions and more points. Does a great job there.
Edwards into the paint, draws 3, kicks it out, 1 to shoot. Towns on it.
You see Edwards taking his time. He's being very deliberate, not rushing, and just moving the ball.
Back for Memphis. Here's Towns on the drive. Gets down.
Big on the floor, but here he drives by Adams, but there goes Jaren Jackson.
Back to Jackson. Jackson free lane. And a 1-point lead, 2 minutes into the third. Edwards again. Able to grab that rebound without having to jump. Here's Beverley, finds the cover. It's Vanderbilt.
Votes for most improved player.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Bane, and Ja Morant.
Jackson juggles. Edwards. Step back mid-range. Beverley hops in, dishes underneath. How about Morant?
And just watch this good pass. But Ja Morant, that's a double block. Do they both get credit?
With foul trouble. Jackson, 79 all. Edwards will fire and hit it.
Yeah. And you know what? I was going to wonder if it was a guy that was in like his 5th year or something. But
Anthony Towns.
Gracious. What's this? Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? Just off the one against the possible defensive player of the year.
Look 9 officials who work 100 or more playoff games.
Heard me, but that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Heard me, but that's not the shot that I was talking about.
Brooks, Cunningham is jumping. Edwards slides inside.
And how do you stop this? Just a little inside step Euro with the lefty finish.
Russell gives it up. Towns with a shot clock fading. Offensive rebounds per game. Adams on the bench right now with 4 fouls. Did not play in any of the previous meetings between these teams. Beasley able to. They've done a nice job today. Off the steal, Anderson floats it in.
Just 2 careless plays. One the turnover on the other side. And here, Karl-Anthony Towns, no point in pushing him.
For Minnesota, after not playing in the play-in game, Towns skates in for the
Karl-Anthony Towns in that little pick and roll. A lot of times he picks and pops, and that's the right call. He doesn't hit the player square. He doesn't hit the player square. That's not like, why would you waste the job? I'm not going to say that. I'm just, they're going to challenge that. Right now, we're going to be back for more, but guys in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Want to use that then.
Bane got that one. Here's McLaughlin. Towns, full head of steam, rocking the ring. In the corner, Beasley, he got it from bounds, but
it did.
Memphis used its challenge a few possessions ago. Russell, he got it.
Hits air. That's a tough one.
Here's Morant, bodies full.
Take a look at this. In the pick and roll, gets a full head of steam and just catches a body. D'Angelo Russell just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Ja Morant just wakes up and chooses violence.
Series is going to become the darling of all NBA fans. The athleticism just
had a chance to catch that Luka, and the fact that we're talking about him already in the same conversation that Luka says something.
Wow. Memphis, Beverley loses the handle, dives on the floor for it. and Minnesota able to retain possession. And Minnesota Timberwolves go on the road and steal game 1 in Memphis. 130-160.